Have you noticed that of lately, at OR Tambo International Airport, they just keep arresting people with substance that cannot be named? Of lately, well, General Mkhwanazi has an answer as to why is that thing happening. I'm going to insert that video, don't worry about it. He's going to tell us why of lately we are seeing this drug bust happening every now and again at OR Tambo International Airport. Now, I just want to start here. At Durban, there was one that was reported in Durban a few months ago, or actually last month, and I couldn't report because I was still trying to figure out how am I going to do this story. I waited. You know, me being me, I waited. And then, boom, a new story again. Or Tambo International Airport, I didn't do it. And then on the 23rd, boom, another story. There are so many stories that have happened in between where it has been reported, but it's these stories that I actually remembered and then I was able to gather the information back. The one in Durban, I couldn't gather that information back, but what I did manage was to capture the pictures of the substance that cannot be named that was found during the time. Right. Now, let me take you back here so you can remember, so you can understand where I'm going. We're still going to insert the video from General Mkhwanazi. It was reported the following drug trafficking and arrested with cocaine worth of 8.7 million. Police at OR Tambo International Airport have arrested a Brazilian drug trafficker following the interception of cocaine worth estimated street value of 8.7 million rand. By the way, I'm doing intentionally to read certain words and making sure that they don't sound as clear as possible, right? I'm very intentional about it because when we say those words, the algorithm picks up those words and block the video, whereas we are trying to educate, you know what I'm saying? So, but let's continue. They are saying that a 26-year-old transgender suspect was apprehended upon arrival at Sunday afternoon from Brazil after police, acting on intelligence, conducted a search on the suspect's luggage. During the search, members discovered multiple blocks of cocaine wrapped and concealed inside his luggage. The arrest forms part of an ongoing intelligence-driven operation targeting international drug trafficking network operating through South Africa's largest port of entry. Police at OR Tambo International Airport has in recent months recorded several success intercepting drug traffickers attempting to smuggle narcotics into the country. The interception of drug traffickers have gone a long way, disturbing supply of illicit drugs and strengthening fight against the substance that cannot be named. Now, did you notice the word that they used there? Recently. Why recently? Now, I need you to pay attention to the word. Why recently? We're starting to see that thing now happening. Why? Mkhwanazi has an answer. But before we get to General Mkhwanazi, let's read the last part. The interception of drug traffickers has gone a long way, disrupting the supply of illicit drug and strengthening the fight against organized crime. The suspect is expected to appear before Kempton Park Magistrate Court on Tuesday, 28th of April 2026 on charges of, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that thing happened. He appeared before court, right? Just wait a minute. He appeared before court, right? And please remember that this one was found with a cocaine, guys. So he was found with that. So, what? Listen to the next one. But pay attention to this word that they used there. Of lately, there has been recent success. Why do we have this recent success? The same page, look, it says, drug trafficker arrested with 60K of cat. It's no longer cocaine, guys, it's cat. Listen to this. It has been, It has been busy. It has been a busy, long weekend for police at OR Tambo International Airport, with significant breakthrough in the in the fight against traffickers. Yeah, in the latest drug bust, police intercepted a Netherlands national with 60 kg of cat concealed in his luggage. The drug trafficker was set to take off to London on Sunday morning when he was intercepted at the airport. His luggage was inspected and 60 kg of cat was found concealed in his bag. This is less than 24 hours after the arrest of a Brazilian national found with cocaine worth of estimated at 8.7 million at the same airport. The latest arrest demonstrates the vigilance and heightened operation by the SAPS working closely with ACSA security, BMA officials and SARS customs at ports. Now, please notice the word that they used there, right? And follow the trend now. They themselves acknowledge that, hey, recently we are having so many successes. The question is why? Why recently you are having so many successes? But let's read the last part. The back-to-back, now notice the word, the back-to-back success in intercepting drug traffickers underscore the country's firm stance against transnational organized crime and law enforcement commitment in safeguarding South Africa's borders. Right. Okay. They've already said that there has been so many successes of lately. So I don't need to say that. It would be like, Bongs, come on, man. Just be. Now, I'm going to attack the question, why? Well, General Mkhwanazi has an answer. And his answer is, ever since the press briefing of the 6th of July, things are starting, they have started to happen. The system have started to open up. Right? He said it here.
Thanks so much, Acting Minister. It's about the crime stats, but now I'm asking about my satisfaction on what happened last year. The answer, the Acting National Commission already responded to that. The only thing we wanted to achieve last year was to be given an opportunity to do that which we're employed to do as a police. To the extent that we saw that there was some blockages coming from within those with authority, that's why we had to go out public. So we have seen, since the intervention from the President and the Parliament and many structures of government, we are beginning to see cases enroll in court, and that is all what was a cry for us. Some criminals that were walking freely, they are now in custody. And we are seeing the beginning of the grinding of the criminal justice wheel as it's supposed to be. So, of course, there are a lot of work that needs to be done, but we hope that a lot will be achieved in this period. So I am satisfied.
You see, what I'm saying is, just when you say the system have started to open up, in other words, people have started to do their jobs. That's what General was saying. Somehow people have come up of slumber, or they are afraid of going to Madlanga Commission and explain things, and they were like, doing my work. On the 23rd of May 2026, SAPS reported the following and said, a Dutch drug house arrested at OR Tambo International Airport with cash over 240,000 seized. The South African Police Service has arrested another drug mogul at the OR Tambo International Airport following an intelligence-driven operation conducted this week. The suspect, Dutch international from Netherlands, was reportedly en route to Frankfurt, Germany, when he was intercepted by SAPS by police at the airport. During the operation, they seized more than 40 kg of cocaine concealed in his bag in his suspect luggage. The drug has estimated strict value of 240,000. The suspect is expected to appear before Kempton Park Magistrate Court on Monday, 25th of May, 2026, on charges related to drug trafficking. Right. The SAPS continue to intensify effort to combat. Let me leave it there. I don't want to go far further than that, but I'm saying there's a question that we are trying to make here is, help me so I can help you. because you need my help and I need your help. So we need each other, right? Okay. Where were the SAPS all along? Or they didn't have intelligence to arrest them? Guys, there are more questions to be asked about these things. Jesus, I don't know how best can I say it so you can understand the depth here. The problem is the depth. Where were they all along? That's the most important question. Chances are, wait, I just remembered. Maybe this will provide an answer. Do you remember General Dumtsan Kumalo saying 90% of the police in Gauteng works for the cartel? Do you remember at Matlanga Commission, we got to see or hear that there was a truck full of substances that cannot be named, which was caught in Chimistin, but it was allowed to drive all the way to Errington. And that's where they did their shenanigans, and subsequently some police officers had to be arrested. Could it be that one of the reasons why people are not arrested for these things is because they are part and parcel of the problem?